It's day 39 in the Arkea Ultim Challenge Brest, and the fleet is spread out over 6,600 miles. Leader Edmund de Rothschild is off the northern coast of South America, and the last boat, Adagio, is east of New Zealand in the Pacific Ocean. Adagio has just completed its second stop. Second is Banque Populaire and third is Sodebo.
Jour un peu particulier, on vient de franchir un cap quelque part par là-bas. Il y a l'Australie, donc on vient de franchir la latitude ouest de l'Australie, du coup le cap Lewin.
Vendredi 9 février, 36 heures environ pour aller au Cap Horn. C'est l'avantage des ultimes, avec une seule dépression on peut traverser le Pacifique. En ce moment c'est toujours un peu agité, il y a du vent, il y a de la mer. C'est un peu monotone, il n'y a pas tellement de vie par ici.
Le Pacifique, c'est un très grand désert. C'est un grand désert de dunes de vagues. Dans un peu moins de 2 jours, on sera au Cap Horn. On a eu des routes quasiment parallèles avec Armel, qui était un petit peu plus devant, décalé, avec un peu moins de mer, je pense.
Continuer de travailler toute la nuit dans le bateau, j'ai dormi dans le bateau. J'ai hâte de reprendre la mer pour terminer ce tour du monde et arriver à Brest.
Il va être musclé ce Cap Horn, le vent est en train de rentrer, derrière nous il y a un véritable ouragan, devant nous c'est fort. On a longé la cordillère des Andes toute la nuit. Je rapproche. On a bien des gueules de défoncés quand même.
This is your weekly global sailing highlights show, The World on Water, February 16, 2024. Anthony Marchand, the skipper of Actual Ultim 3, is back at sea after spopping in New Zealand. He is having to work hard aboard his boat, which effectively has no foils. The starboard foil is locked in the up position and he has no port foil.
On va essayer de partir dans 2-3 heures. On est obligé de, quand on fait une escale pendant la course, on est obligé de rester minimum 24 heures à quai pour éviter qu'on s'arrête trop souvent autour du monde. Voilà, donc c'est un peu la punition de s'arrêter 24 heures quand on a une escale. Par contre, je peux rester 36 heures, 48 heures plus longtemps si le problème n'est pas résolu et que le bateau n'est pas en sécurité. Je ne suis pas obligé de repartir au bout de 24 heures. Je peux rester plus longtemps si je veux. Bon, en fait, j'ai passé tout mon temps au bateau. En arrivant ici avec l'équipe, on a été manger un bon burger à un restaurant, rapidement hier soir, mais on a continué de travailler toute la nuit dans le bateau. J'ai dormi dans le bateau. Je vais aller faire des courses pour reprendre du frais à bord, des fruits, des légumes. Mais non, j'ai pas eu hélas le temps de visiter. Pourtant, voilà, j'ai toujours rêvé. C'est la première fois que je viens en Nouvelle-Zélande. J'ai toujours rêvé d'arriver par la mer à Auckland. J'ai participé 2 fois à The Ocean Race et j'avais pas fait l'escale pour arriver à Auckland et en Nouvelle-Zélande. Et c'était un rêve dans ma vie. Donc le rêve n'est pas encore entièrement réalisé. C'est que j'arrive par la voile en Nouvelle-Zélande, mais voilà, j'espère revenir. Ça ressemble un peu à la Bretagne, d'où je viens, à l'ouest de la France. On peut avoir des conditions assez similaires. Mais c'est vrai qu'il fait froid là, pour un été. Je pense pas que notre température chez nous descend aussi basse en été. Mais voilà, ça me rappelle la Bretagne. Qu'est-ce que j'ai envie de dire à mes amis français ? Merci de nous soutenir. On a reçu pas mal de messages sympathiques. Voilà, j'ai hâte de reprendre la mer. Pour terminer ce tour du monde et arriver à Brest. Et puis je donne surtout rendez-vous à tout le monde à Brest pour une grande fête.
On est parti avec Gilles parce qu'il y avait une possibilité d'escale, mais on n'était pas encore certain le jeudi matin. Et vendredi, quand on était entre Los Angeles et Auckland, là ça s'est confirmé parce que les conditions ont fait qu'il fallait qu'on intervienne. Donc on était prêts. On savait pas encore si le bateau allait arriver ou pas, mais on était prêts, quoi.
On a préparé un petit peu de matériel par rapport à ce qui nous avait donné comme information sur les avaries qu'il avait à bord. Mais après, c'est vrai que comme la décision définitive de s'arrêter est arrivée en cours de route, il a fallu un petit peu improviser avec le matériel qu'on avait et sur le bateau et à terre avec les contacts qu'on avait eus sur Dunedin pour pouvoir mettre en œuvre les réparations sur les avaries d'Anthony, en tout cas. Voilà.
Bah, ça demande de l'engagement, de l'énergie. Après, on a à cœur d'accompagner Anto, même s'il est en solitaire sur le bateau. On veut qu'il sache qu'on est derrière lui et que s'il a besoin, on est là. Donc on intervient quand il faut, quoi. On se pose pas trop de questions, on y va. Le bateau Anto peut naviguer en sécurité. On sait que depuis Cape Town, le bateau est plus à 100% de son potentiel. Mais on fait en sorte que les conditions de navigation soient correctes pour Anto. C'est un engagement physique énorme. Donc du coup, on sait que passé certaines conditions, il faut qu'on intervienne, quoi. Importante. Elles étaient indispensables. Les réparations étaient indispensables, sinon Anto serait pas arrêté. Hein. Je pense qu'il préférerait être
en mer
déjà avec 3 jours d'avance. Donc et puis même mentalement pour lui, de repartir, c'est compliqué. Donc du coup, il l'a pas fait de gaieté de cœur. Donc s'il n'y avait pas eu besoin de s'arrêter, il ne serait pas arrêté. Anto, plein d'énergie.
Plein d'énergie, ouais.
Avec la volonté qu'on s'organise et qu'on soit le plus efficace possible. Et puis il nous a accompagnés quand même une bonne partie de la soirée avant d'aller dormir.
Avant de faire une bonne sieste.
Et puis voilà, et puis il nous a beaucoup aidé. Hein. Sans Anto, on n'aurait pas pu faire autant de boulot. Donc plein d'énergie.
Skipper et technicien.
A light weather day on the water helped decide the final outcomes of both the ORC and SW Championship, supported by Sydney Marine Brokerage and the Pittwater Regatta, organised by Royal Prince Alfred Yacht Club. There was a mix of conditions decide ORC New South Wales Championship and Pittwater Regatta this week. A light weather day on the water helped decide the final outcomes of both the ORC New South Wales Championship, supported by Sydney Marine Brokerage, and the Pittwater Regatta, organised by Royal Prince Alfred Yacht Club. Coming into the day's trio of windward-leeward races on the Palm Beach Circle, winners of Divisions 1 and 2 of the ORC Championship were all but decided, as both leaders had already won the previous 3 races. So it was that David Ross, Cape 31, Kuku Kurchu, was crowned Division 1 champion. Runner-up was Bob Cox's 9 Dragons, while Mark Griffiths, LCE Old School Racing, moved up to 3rd overall, the 2 DK46s, revelling in the light. Kuku Kurchu suffered, bringing home 7-5-5 results, but they were enough to claim the title. Ross said of the average 6 to 8 knot breeze, it was hard work, choppy and lumpy in the little boat, but we managed to even it out and pull it off. We talked about what we had to do and said, let's sail the best we can to the conditions we get and go hard. We had to think more strategically and consolidate where we could. Yesterday was our weather, today wasn't. The Melgers got all the bullets. They did well, he said, referring to David Suddy's lockdown. Ross ended, I've got a great team, it was fun. The regatta was so well run. Despite eagerly anticipated preparations, the commencement of the Dubai Duty-Free SB20 World Championships was unfortunately postponed by 1 day due to adverse weather conditions in Dubai. Day 2, however, finer weather prevailed, allowing the championships to start with resounding strength. Race management for the Dubai Duty-Free SB20 World Championship successfully completed 4 races on day 3, effectively putting the World Championships back on schedule for a full series of races.
We can finally start racing after day 1 was cancelled because of the weather. The Dubai Duty-Free SB20 World Championships 2024 can finally get underway, and we have wind. We have 48 teams from 11 countries. That's over 150 participants representing 25 nationalities here at the Dubai Offshore Sailing Club. And before they went out on the water, I caught up with the winner of the Asia Pacific Championships held here last week.
It's great to be back to our great boat. Yeah, I've still got the same team. We've been here all week. We've been training a lot, and you know, we're hopeful for today to get some nice sailing conditions in. Looks like home in the summer.
The day began with 2 general recalls because of unstable wind and big shifts. The race management team and mark layers had their work cut out and did a great job to get 4 races away. And by race 4, we were back to classic Dubai conditions, 14 to 15 knots and champagne sailing. Winners of race 3 were the Bulgarian team of Ivana and Alex, a team who have sailed together for many years but are new to the international SB20 circuit.
I think it's going to be super competitive because there are a lot of good guys here, and it's going to be really tough for us, but we're going to keep our good composure and just think race for race, you know, not get ahead of ourselves, and do our best.
Overall is the French youth team Jean FF Wild 1, second is Singaporean team Rental Car, and our overnight leaders are the women's team from the UAE, Kids Inc. Welcome to day 3 of the Dubai Duty-Free SB20 World Championships, where inside the top 3 we have a women's team and a youth team. But as I look through the team sheets, I can't help but notice a lot of the same last names, because here in the SB20 fleet at Dubai Offshore Sailing Club, it seems it really is a family affair.
So the SB20s are a really good boat for racing 3 or 4 up. So if you've obviously got a family, then it's great for racing on that. For a lot of the families though, they're not racing together on the SB20s in this regatta. You've got quite a few families that are racing across different SB20s. It's just a great community sport, sailing, because every single person in the family can be involved, whether they're onshore, whether they're part of the race management, or whether they're racing on the SB20s, especially for this regatta.
The race management got 4 races away, which puts the World Championships back on schedule for getting a full series of races in. Only 5 races remain. There were incredibly shifty conditions, and race 5 saw the course shortened on the second lap due to the wind dropping out altogether. In races 7 and 8, the wind started to stabilise, and consistency and focus amongst the sailors has been a key factor in climbing up the leaderboard, just as we saw with Desert Eagle moving from 5th overall to 2nd.
I never had conditions like that in Dubai.
Oh.
The challenge were of not taking too much risk to then suddenly be 30 or 40, yeah, which is easily possible. So yeah, it was okay for us today, I would say. We're happy.
We had some good races, but we did 2 very bad races. We managed to win the last race, and I think we did a 4th place at the second race of the day, so not very happy, but we are still in the match.
9 new ILCA World Champions have been crowned as the 2024 ILCA Masters Worlds came to a close at the Adelaide Sailing Club. The event will be remembered for strong winds and big swells, some absolutely textbook Adelaide conditions that stuck around for the entirety of the event and gave sailors some tough days, as well as some glamour sailing days as well. A number of the divisions were stitched up convincingly, while a handful of them came right down to the last race, with some tense moments out on the course in the last 2 races.
Just fantastic. Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever sailed. Really love it. I'd love to come back.
Final day at Adelaide Sailing Club has put together a fantastic show, event done and dusted, and we have 9 new champions. So in the apprentice, Luke Deegan, who was actually here for the Cena, had a dominant display. He made it a little hard for himself though, with a black flag early on. Whereas in the 6s it was a 3-horse race, but Franco from Argentina, who had just competed in the ILCA 6 World Championships at Mar del Plata, wrapped it up.
You know, man, I come here with a dream to win the world champion. Yeah, yesterday it was tough to sleep because I have a little spread to this day, but always you have to race and you have to finish and doing the things well, you know.
In the Masters division, it was a complete blast from the past, with Brendan Casey wrapping up the 7s and Simon Small wrapping up the 6s, both with nearly 20 years out the boat, but still right at the top of their game.
Yeah, look, I've only been sailing for 4 months. I took 23 years off, so I haven't sailed since Sydney, 2000. So 4 months, it's pretty cool. So the generosity of the Meyer family, so they got me back in sailing, lent me a boat for 4 months, given me gear, everything. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be sailing. So thank you to Annika and to Everett.
Mark Turner-Joyce sailed a nearly flawless regatta, but it was drama in the final day where black flag caused him to count the 18th from the opening day. So Andrew Holdsworth from the USA had a super consistent regatta, eventually closed it in by just 2 points. In the Grand Master ILCA 7s, Brett Bayer had a nearly flawless regatta. A slow start for him with a 2nd place. After that, he only had bullets.
Well, obviously it feels fantastic. I've won a few before, but the conditions were very much to my liking, which is wind and wave. We had a few different variations, but essentially it's been a windy regatta. Quite challenging, hard work, fitness. Everyone's pretty tired, but just lovely, sensational conditions actually.
In the ILCA 6 Great Grand Master, it was fantastic to see James Mitchell take home the win. It's his home club here in Adelaide, but he's been such a contributor to the class and was just amazing for Melbourne 2020. So well deserved, James.
Well, we just got to look at the legends, don't we? And what a great example they are to still be going at 75 and beyond, 85 and beyond. And you know, that's what keeps me going. The simplicity of the boat, the one design, all the usual things, but seeing how those guys handle these sort of conditions and keep going, keep themselves fit, keep themselves motivated, that's what inspires me, yeah.
In the ILCA 7 Great Grand Master, Steve Gunther did an amazing job. In the end, he counted no worse than 2nd, knocking Tim Law off the top spot. That rivalry goes back a long way.
Fantastic. I was 2nd last year and to Tim Law, and Tim Law was 2nd to me this year, so it was really nice to kick his ass.
So in the ILCA 6 Legends, I'm just so in awe of these guys. Bill Symes, once again, amazing job dominating the regatta, but just to be sailing so well at that age, I hope I'm going to be joining them.
I feel relieved. You know, I made it through the week without any big catastrophes. I had a couple of little ones, but it was extreme weather and there was a lot that could go wrong, but I survived.
And that is a wrap. It's the 3rd of 3 regattas, the final one here, the 2024 Masters World Championships. Over 20 countries competed, over 220 sailors, and I think most people are very keen to have a beer and go home. Thank you very much.
At 22:15 Universal Time coordinated on February 8, the owner of Italian yacht Marco Trambetti, translated 9 currently IRC race leader in the McIntyre Ocean Globe race, contacted race control to inform them of damage to the hull of the Swan 65. 2 cracks had developed in the stern sections of the former Whitbread yacht then known as ADC Accutrack.
We're now in Falkland, and Nico is diving right now. Peter is moving the rudder, and they will tell us the results. If he says yes, we can repair and we can be leg 3. If he says no, then we have to abandon leg 3 and try to join for leg 4, which we leave right here.
Allora raga, la crepa non è gigantesca da fuori, però per come si muove da dentro è abbastanza male.
Can we be independent on the repair, Nico? Can we be independent with the repair? Very sad moment. We have seen Nico inspection of the boat diving and the results are very negative. Unfortunately, we cannot repair the boat by ourselves. There is no way we can fix this problem by ourselves. So we need to seek external support. And this would mean we're abandoning leg 3. And this problem is not new. I mean, we fight with a crack on leg 2 and we work it out on Auckland, fixed it. But this time going through Cape Horn, we went into an incredible big storm. We broached it 3 times and a full knockdown also immediately after. And so our old beautiful lady has suffered a lot from this, and this time she did not manage to do it. So I know that many people were hoping this project, and I know that we're winning everything and we're in great condition to make history. And also for my Italian friends, lo so che molti di voi speravate che questo potesse essere il riscatto per la vela oceanica, e non sarà questa volta. Però but one thing is important here, it's our values, translated values go well above everything, and so we think we did the right thing in putting human first, human safety first. And now we have to show what we're made of. And translated people fall sometimes. When we fall, we stand up. And we will try to do whatever we can to fix this, join leg 4 and win again.
The stunning Penduic 6FR-14, skippered by the indomitable Marita Barley, roared across the Yacht Club Punta del Este finish line at 15:55 UTC on February 13, taking first place in the Cape Horn leg of the McIntyre Ocean Globe race. The sun came out to welcome the exuberant crew, who fought extremely hard for the coveted first place in line honours in the most prestigious leg from Auckland, New Zealand to Uruguay.
Cette semaine où l'illustration parfaite du comment naviguer sans météo ou la technique du doigt mouillé. La semaine dernière, on a vu une pression tropicale descendre dans le Pacifique. C'était quand même assez prévu qu'on puisse se prendre 60 nœuds auprès, et donc des conditions pas du tout habituelles pour cet endroit ici. Normalement, le Pacifique, on fait quand même des grands surfs portants dans de grandes houles, on enchaîne les records de vitesse, enfin, le bonheur quoi. Et là, finalement, on se retrouve sur une mer assez très très plate, des journées assez monotones en fait, où on avance bien, on est à 9 nœuds, 10 nœuds, mais au travers et un peu après sous spi. Mais il se passe rien, quoi. Il se passe rien. Mais l'avantage, c'est pour moi, c'est qu'on arrive à glisser et on fait suffisamment de vitesse pour passer sous la dépression. Et a priori, elle doit se décaler ou changer un peu sa trajectoire parce que du coup, on l'a pas eu. De passer enfin le waypoint, le premier waypoint donné par l'organisation. Et une fois qu'on a passé le waypoint, on a pu réabattre et redescendre encore dans le sud. Et là, on a pu enfin lâcher un peu les chevaux. Là, ça a été enfin sympa, mais toujours pas au portant. Mais sur du reaching assez ouvert.
Avec beaucoup de vent?
Avec beaucoup de vent, ouais, beaucoup de vent. On avait 30-40 nœuds, quoi. C'est pas extraordinaire, mais c'est bien. Donc on a 48 heures. 48 heures où on se régale. On fait des super bonnes moyennes. Et on creuse l'écart. Au final, on a 60 000 d'avance sur Translated Nine. L'équipage est chaud bouillant. Et on sent le bateau heureux, quoi. Et en 4 heures, on est passé de 40 nœuds à 7 nœuds. Et on n'a pas trop compris au départ ce qui s'est passé, parce que du coup on s'est retrouvé vraiment arrêté. Là on se doute que derrière ça va revenir. Hein. Et c'est un concurrent de la Global Ocean Race qu'on a rencontré cette nuit, qui nous a appelé à la VHF, François Gouin, qui je crois est 5e en ce moment, et qui nous a expliqué un peu ce qui se passait. Et qu'on est une sorte dans un marasme, un pot de pu, quoi. On peut dire ça comme ça. Et du coup, ça génère du vent faible et on se déplace avec. Donc, c'est parti pour un petit moment comme ça. L'autre nouvelle, c'est qu'on a nos chers Italiens de Translated Nine qui sont à moins de 10 000 à côté de nous. Les prochains jours vont être un peu tendus. Et on va se débattre encore dans du vent faible. Et on va essayer de sauver les meubles pour pas perdre de terrain face à Translated qui est plus léger, plus petit certes, mais plus véloce dans le petit temps. Donc en attendant la prochaine dépression.